Hello and welcome to my channel. Here we learn the lore and stories of the world of Tyria. Today we will study the land of Metrica Province, the starting zone of the Asura. Sit back, relax and listen to Metrica Province, a land of genius and danger. You can find the full lore and things to do on the official Curious wiki. Let's begin. Far away, in a land where magic and machines mix, there is a place unlike any other, Metrica Province. This is the home of the Asura, small but brilliant people who love science, knowledge and inventing new things. Everywhere you look, you will see glowing towers, floating machines and strange experiments. But Metrica Province is not just a place of learning, it is also full of danger, wild creatures and rival scientists fighting to prove they are the smartest. The history of the Asura. A long time ago, the Asura did not live on the surface. They lived deep on the ground, in cities made of metal and magic. They built powerful machines, created golem servants and opened portals to let them travel anywhere in the world. But then came the destroyers. These fiery monsters rose from the depths, burning everything in their path. The Asura were clever, but they were not warriors. Their machines could not stop the endless waves of fire creatures. Their cities were destroyed, and they had no choice but to escape. They ran to the surface, a place they had always ignored, thinking it was too simple and wild. But once they arrived, they did what they do best. They rebuilt. In Metrica Province, they created new cities, new machines, and new experiments. The surface was no longer a prison. It was a new opportunity to grow, learn, and discover. A land of nature and machines. Metrica Province is a mix of natural beauty and technology. There are tall green trees, rushing rivers and peaceful meadows. But among them, you will also find machines buzzing, golems walking and great towers of metal and light. The Asura have changed the land to fit their needs, building giant laboratories where they test their crazy inventions. Some of their experiments have helped improve life, but others have gone terribly wrong. Some machines have minds of their own and attack their creators. Some experiments pollute the rivers, turning the water into glowing pools of unstable magic. Some plants have mutated, growing into giant, aggressive creatures that see Asura as enemies. And then, there are the lightning storms. No one knows why they happen, but great flashes of energy strike the ground, hitting machines and making them go wild. Some scientists say it's just the weather. Others believe it is something far more mysterious. But no matter how dangerous the land becomes, the Asura do not stop experimenting. To them, failure is just a step towards success. The Thaumanova Reactor, the greatest disaster. Among all the labs and inventions in Metrica Province, one disaster stands above all others. The Thaumanova Reactor was once a great energy research facility, one of the Asura's most ambitious projects. Scientists believed they could harness raw magical energy, creating a limitless power source that would change the world. But something went horribly wrong. One day, during an experiment, the reactor exploded. The blast was so strong it tore open rifts in reality, creating unstable portals that led to strange and dangerous places. Wild magic flooded the area, twisting the land and warping time itself. Now, the Thaumanova reactor is a ruined, unstable wasteland. Chunks of the reactor float in the air, defying gravity. Lightning storms rage endlessly, hitting everything in sight. Strange creatures crawl out of the rifts, some from other parts of Tyria, and some from places no one has ever seen before. Time does not behave normally. Some say they have seen ghosts of the past, as if the explosion trapped echoes of time itself. Many Asura want to study the ruins, but the area is too dangerous. The Inquest, however, sees the disaster as an opportunity. They scavenge the wreckage, looking for ways to control the wild magic for their own gain. No one knows exactly what caused the explosion. Some believe it was just an accident, a failed experiment. Others whisper that the Inquest sabotaged the reactor, hoping to control its power. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The Thaumanova reactor is a warning. Science can create wonders, but when it goes wrong, the consequences can be beyond imagination. Great landmarks and cities of Metrica Province. Metrica Province is filled with wonders, from floating towers to mysterious ruins. These are some of the most important places. Radasum, the capital city of the Asura. High above the ground, sitting on a floating cube, is Radasum, the great capital of the Asura. This city is a marvel of technology. Every building is shaped like a perfect cube, glowing with magical energy. Golems patrol the streets, making sure everything runs smoothly. Portals hum with power, connecting the city to other lands. Radasum is ruled by the Arcane Council, a group of the smartest Asura who make all the big decisions. But even here, crews compete against each other, fighting to prove their inventions are the best. For any Asura, living in Radasum means being at the center of knowledge, but also always watching your back, because in a city of geniuses, everyone is trying to outsmart each other. The Infinite Coil Reactor, the Inquest's dark lab. Hidden deep in Metrica Province is the Infinite Coil Reactor, one of the Inquest's most secret and dangerous laboratories. The Inquest, the cruelest group of Asura scientists, perform horrible experiments here. They create golems with no free will, fuse Asura with machines, and study dark magic to increase their power. Rumors say the Infinite Coil Reactor has technology that can control people's minds. Others believe it holds weapons too powerful for any race to use safely. No one really knows, but one thing is certain: those who enter rarely come back. The Mikotl Hylek, guardians of the Mikoan Marsh. Deep within the Mikoan Marsh, hidden among the thick swamp trees and misty waters, live the Mikotl Hylek. This tribe of Hylek is strong and proud, known for their warrior traditions and deep connection to the swamp. Unlike the hostile Quatl Hylek, these Mikotl are not immediately aggressive towards outsiders. However, they do not trust easily. To them, the swamp is sacred land, and they believe it's their duty to protect it from invaders, whether they be wild beasts, the Inquest, or even the Asura. The Mikotl have built wooden villages above the water, using vines and rope bridges to move between their homes. They hunt with poison-tipped spears, craft powerful potions, and worship the spirits of the swamp, which they believe guide their people. Some Asura seek alliances with the Mikotl, hoping to trade for their potions and knowledge. Others simply see them as primitive obstacles to progress. But one thing is for sure: anyone who disrespects their traditions or threatens their land will quickly learn why the Mikotl are feared warriors. The Desideratum Pool, a place of mystery. In the middle of Metrica Province, there is a strange glowing pool. Its name is Desideratum Pool. It is unlike any other place in Tyria. The water here is not normal. It shimmers with unknown energy. Some say if you look into the pool, you will see visions of the past and future. Others whisper that something ancient watches from below. The Asura want to study the pool, but they do not understand it. Even with all their machines, they cannot explain its power. Some believe Desideratum Pool is connected to a force beyond the world, something that no science can control. The future of Metrica Province. Metrica Province is a land of knowledge, progress and danger. Here, the Asura push the limits of science every day. Their inventions could change the world for the better, or destroy everything. The future of this land depends on how far they are willing to go. Will they create a golden age of knowledge? Or will their thirst for power bring their own destruction? Only time will tell. This has been the story of the zone Metrica Province, the starting zone of the Asura. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now only one starting zone remains, the Plains of Ashford. Then all the starting zones will be complete. After that, I will move on to the lesser races and maybe deep dive into some factions of Guild Wars 2. I also want to thank everyone for their support on all my videos, it really means a lot. Anyway, with that said, thank you all for watching this video. Please like and comment something you learned or something that you would like to hear. Also subscribe to not miss future lore content in this format. Now, take care, and I will see you in the next story. Goodbye.